Hi, this is Manavendra and I would like to discuss on one of the most burning issues in the modern world, digital detox. So let's start with getting what does it actually mean. Detox is a term borrowed from the practice of holistic healing. Detox, or more appropriately, detoxification, is the process by which your body rids itself of those things that are harmful or no longer needed. A digital detox is the purposeful process of absolute or conditional abstinence from some or all of the technology present in your life for a specific period of time to restore balance and thus overall well-being. Detoxing from digital devices is often seen as a way to focus on real-life social interactions without distractions. So now the question is, why you and your kids need to do a digital detox? In this growing era of urbanization, or what we call as digitalization, life is completely dependent on the electronic gadgets or the digital devices or the electronic devices. These types of electronic gadgets may be smartphone, tablets, or many more. These have caused a type of addiction among the youngsters and even in the old age people also, which has to be broken. This type of dependency has to be taken care of now. This dependency or addiction has to be cut because uses of such kinds of electronic devices more than whatever is needed is always harmful for the health. This is what we call as digital detox or digital detoxification. That is the controlled or the scheduled uses of the smart devices. In short, uses of the smart devices smartly is digital detox. The internet gave us a timeless, endless wave of all of the information ever. Then smartphones put all of that and more in our pockets and purses. Quite suddenly, we have more information than we could ever consume in the palm of our hands. But at the same time, something else was happening. Our use of technology changed from a tool we want to use into a tool we must use. Most of the content we consume is also watching us, recording us, and building a digital version of us. That digital version of us is quite valuable. So, the true owners of technology need you to be as engaged in the technology as possible because you are the product they are selling. Anyone who has ever tried to quit Facebook knows they don't make it easy. It is no accident that while the digital version of us grows more detailed and interconnected, our ability to opt out becomes increasingly difficult. The providers of technology and content design those things with our most base instinct in mind. It is all organized to make you feel something to get you emotionally invested in the digital world. Dopamine is an important neurotransmitter. It helps control how your brain sees rewards and pleasure. dopamine and its corresponding receptors in your brain also determine how you respond emotionally to various stimuli. The dopamine response is how we see things that will be rewarding. Once the dopamine response associates certain things with pleasure, it compels us to take action toward those things. Technology use, particularly smartphones and social media, trigger our dopamine response in a variety of ways. When we get a text, a like, a photo, or a comment, our brains release dopamine and we feel good. So we associate social media and smartphones with good news, social validation, attention, and social engagement. The mere presence of a phone can have negative effects on closeness, connection, interpersonal relationships, and conversation quality. It can also potentially create emotional rifts between people who regularly spend time together. Research on screen time and children is focusing more on mobile devices use, and studies suggest that duration, content, after dark use, media type, and the number of devices are key components determining screen time effects. Physical health effects of excessive screen time in children has been associated with poor sleep, high risk of obesity, high risk for cardiovascular diseases and insulin resistance, poor stress regulation, impaired vision, reduced bone density, etc. Psychological and neurological effects of excessive screen time in children are depressive symptoms and suicidal ideations, antisocial behavior, and decreased prosocial behavior. Excessive tech use in children can cause autism-like behaviors. Now, just have a look to the 8 signs which indicate that you need a digital detox. First, you feel like you have no time to yourself. If you feel like you will never have time to do anything just for you, I encourage you to take an honest look at your digital habits. Chances are you can find at least a few extra minutes if you cut back on your screen time. Instead of spending it on your phone, you could read a book, clean your house, or even just take a few moments to enjoy some quiet time. Number 2, your productivity is short. Have you ever started a task, gotten sidetracked by a notification on your phone, and then gone down the rabbit hole of social media, and suddenly a whole hour has gone by? If this is a regular occurrence for you, it's probably time to do something about it. Number 3, you procrastinate too much. There is nothing wrong with taking breaks, catching up on messages, or sharing funny memes. But when you use certain sites to scroll mindlessly and put off work and essential tasks, it can really affect your productivity. Number 4, you have trouble sleeping. The blue light from screen disrupts your circadian rhythm. Not to mention that the EMFs given off by your Wi-Fi may disrupt your sleep. Both of these things can lead to not getting adequate restorative sleep. Number 5. You obsessively check your social media accounts. You are constantly firing off your Facebook, Instagram, or Snapchat account, looking to see what new and exciting thing just occurred in last 5 minutes since your last refresh. You create posts and then open the app approximately every 2 minutes to see how many likes and comments your post is pulling in. Number 6. You eat with your phone on the table. You bring your phone to the dinner table and spend more time looking at it instead of engaging in meaningful conversations with the dinner mates. Number 7. You stare at your phone while in bed. If the first thing you do when you wake up is to immediately reach for your phone, this is a red flag. Also, if you are laying in bed staring at your phone instead of paying attention to your partner or spouse, your phone could be ruining your relationship. Number 8. You are afraid of missing out. Sometimes you don't even realize how much you are anxious about checking your phone constantly for no particular reason. You are actually experiencing fear of missing out, which in turn can cause significant stress in your life. If you can relate to several of the above, you just might be addicted to the dopamine rush that is a common part of most of what we do online. In fact, social media and other interactive forms of technology purposefully target your natural dopamine response. So let's find how to do a digital detox. If you are ready to begin a digital detox, you have to follow some steps. Number 1. Decide on a behavior to change. First, determine the issue. Are you always connected to your smartphone? Does the news stress you out? Are you spending too much time on social media? Figure out which activities you want to reduce or eliminate. Number 2. Create goals. Set a goal for yourself based on whether you would like to reduce or eliminate the use of a certain device or type of media. Make it specific. Will it be all day or only at certain times? For example, you may decide to only spend 15 minutes a day on social media. Put your phone in a different room at night, or make Sundays a tech-free day. Number 3. Make a time commitment. It takes time to break strong digital habits. Plan to commit to at least 21 days. You want to get to the point where it feels like you have broken the habit. Gather support. It's nice to have a partner, family member, or close friend to encourage you and provide accountability. Share your goals with supportive people. You can even ask them for ideas on how to stop your targeted behavior. Number 5. Assess your progress. A few days after starting your digital detox, check in with yourself on how it's going. Beware of swapping one digital habit for another. For example, if you are spending more time on Instagram now that you are off Facebook, you may need to consider removing social media entirely. Number 6. Consider long-term changes. Notice the benefits and barriers you experienced during the digital detox. What happened when you stopped watching the news for 3 hours straight? How did you feel when you were not using Facebook or Instagram? Was it easier than you thought or tough to do? Then decide if you would like to keep any aspect of the change moving forward. For example, making it a household rule that no one use digital media during family dinners, or tackle changing more digital habits now that you have successfully completed your first digital detox. Doing a digital detox is about taking charge of how you spend your time and energy and what you give your attention to. It helps you realize what you want more and less of, so you can break unhelpful habits and create new, more meaningful ones. Digital detoxification doesn't mean the complete cessation or stoppage from users of smart devices or the mobiles. It is all about the smart use, or use whatever needed, not overuse, not getting addicted to it. So we have to have a controlled uses of these smart devices and social media. This is what we call as digital detoxification. Thanks for watching this. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for getting more of such videos. I will see you very soon again. Till then, take care of yourself and wait for my next video. Bye bye.